It's like your overworld wits and everything are really tested on the way back. Oh, and Link actually moved too early on the Dazzle. And he's just gonna go. He's not gonna go back into the...
Oh yeah, I would have reset it.
I would have reset it too, but this is actually gonna work. I think it might be a tile off. Yeah, he gets a good spawn though. Wow, he's getting just all back spawns. He took one encounter, but to be fair, I mean, I think he will take that for how that started. But yeah, let's see if G gets a good walk back, he will actually make up a good amount of time there. Link does get both skips. Yeah, he just lost 21 seconds on his own splits. You can see how much that hurts just to get that, just to throw off the scripted walk a little bit. Kind of sets you really far back.
Yeah, G might gain some seconds on Link if he gets it right.
Yeah, if he gets a flawless Dazzle here with the skips, he'll gain double-digit seconds for sure. Because you really got to count that first encounter as one he didn't intend to take either, the one Link took. And G with the good walk. Let's see if he gets the skips now. First one is good. And he misses the second one. So he's just gonna ferry it. Wow, it's been a while since I've seen someone ferry one of these screens. That is some strats.
Yeah. Well, you need to spend your magic anyway.
Yeah. No, I like it. Like, especially if it's that bubble screen. Like, screw that. Getting knocked back. It's a good idea.
He didn't ferry Kid, yeah, that's why he still had full magic.
Yeah, good point. Because I was, yeah. Normally, like most people wouldn't even have magic there. It's a good point. So it's not a good strat. I take it back. You gotta not ferry the Kid to do that. Yeah. Almost gave G credit for a strat. Alright, so here we go for Link. Another favorable spawn. He had to actually go down early there. He would have gone a tile further normally. I think he just went at that fairy on purpose. He could have tried to go up and around, but... yeah, it's a good walk. One fairy encounter.
Yeah, one fairy, that's really good.
And some liberal pause buffering, as Link likes to do. But it works out. As he will tell you himself, a lot of pause buffering is still better than taking encounters, so... If you can make sure you're not going to take it, if you're confident, there's nothing wrong with spending an extra second just surveying the scene.
G left Reflect down 1 minute and 10 seconds after Link. But it's unlikely he's gonna get as clean a walk, because one fairy is really good.
Yeah, one fairy coming back there is just... I mean, that's pretty much all anyone can ask for. He does get a nice spawn. We go down one more tile. There we go. Ooh, and he stops at one tile late there. Let's see if he can make it the rest of the way, though. Wow, getting life 4 on the walk back to the maze. G is just killing everything. And he takes the second one, unfortunately. So 2 encounters, that'll be it. He'll make it to the bridge there. And Meanwhile, Link is into P4. I don't know if he's gonna skip or take the first Death Abuse. If I had to guess, I'd say he'd skip it, but... especially if he knows where he's at in this race, there's really no reason to take it. Little double hit on the Doom Knocker there. I like it. Checks for the jar. No dice, but yeah, he skips that Death Abuse. Which is smart. It'll just give him an extra fallback life for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's pretty common for a race setting to skip one of those.
Yeah, that first one's the easiest one because he only needs to cast Jump one more time here, and then he'll just take the second Death Abuse. He won't be able to ferry the item, but only a few seconds lost there. So Link did not get the XP from that Doom Knocker to roll. That's going to be there on the way out. I don't think that's actually going to be a problem, though. Some rooms, it can be a problem if there's a low ceiling when you exit, but he should be fine as long as he remembers it's there. I just don't know if he noticed. He's fine. See if G wants to take the Death Abuse or not. Oh.
Pretty sure G's not gonna take the first one.
Yeah, he gets the jar too, so that helps a little bit. He can ferry the item. If he chooses.
You check the statue from the right side.
Yeah, that's
first walking left. Yep. I've been telling him to stop doing that for like 5 years now.
I will say, I tried checking it from the left once when I did that room without jump cast, and I did not realize that as soon as I got an IK and jumped to the left that I would not make that jump. It just fell right into the lava, so don't check it from the left if you don't have jump cast. G, I swear to God, his thumb is always on up on the D-pad, like up stabs.
He's always up stabbing, yeah.
It's insane. I don't know how he does it on some of them. Rise up.
Maybe he thinks he gets extra height by doing that.
Both of them are in Minecraft rooms, but they're in different ones. Interesting. Alright, Link here in the last lava room. He'll take the final Death Abuse and head over to Karok. And G's gonna be hoping Link gets about 23 misses. Killing a bubble? Good strats? Bring up some splits here. I want to see what kind of pace G is on.
With that bubble kill, he's probably pretty...
Probably lost a little bit of time there.
I don't know why he did that.
Part of me feels like he's actually still like has a chance to PB here. He's certainly behind Link by quite a bit, but oh, and Link is just getting like all kinds of good hits on Karak here. Wow. Wow. I think I saw a triple hit in there or something.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
He's not really losing any time on his splits there. Second or so. G skips the final death abuse since he got that jar. Just in case. I see Link Hero head over to Palace 5. He'll be in there momentarily, and he's going to go for Eco Key. A little reverse tink for G right there. Yeah, so Link's going to cast Jump in this next room, and he's going to stop at a specific spot and attempt to bend his jump. He does not bend it quite enough.
Would you still go for Echo Key if you had like over a minute lead?
Probably. I'm stubborn like that. I don't know though. That's one of those things where I think I can't really make that decision unless I'm in the moment. And I think I will when I have my races. I'm probably gonna have the restream open. Because yeah, it is nice to know if you have like a comfortable lead, how safe you can be.
Yeah, exactly.
But at the same time, I always feel like I want to just put up good times just in case averages come into play, or especially if I'm on PB pace in a race, I will probably go for the PB, which is probably the wrong decision if you're trying to win the race, but at the same time,
yeah,
you might get the chance again, you know, yeah.
Yeah, it's understandable. G got a pretty good Karak fight as well. I would say about as fast as Link's. And I know he's also going to try for Eco Key.
Yeah, Link just got Matumbo'd like 4 times by the blocks, so... And you said G is going to go for it here?
Oh yeah, he's going to go for it.
I don't know if he has his drop set up, but yeah, he is capable.
He said he's going to do it in all 5 of his races, but he's not going to practice it at all. I have a bet with him that he's going to get absolutely none of them. But if he gets even 1, he's going to win.
Well, let's find out right now. Looks like he stopped a little bit late. He upstepped. I probably spoiled that a little bit for you. Try to hold my
the upstab, man. Okay, so 0 so far for him.
Yeah, 0 for 1. Got 4 more chances. Yeah, I think he stopped too late anyway. Like, the bubble bounced wrong, so I don't think he had a chance even before he did the jump, but that was still pretty good to see. There actually is another method that reminded me of doing Eco Key where you do not have to take damage. Like, down stab and like wall bounce off of the bubble kind of stuff. I don't even remember.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that. Definitely no upstab involved though.
Yeah, no upstab, but it still looks really cool. It's like harder to do, I think.
He doesn't have the drop set up correctly. You're gonna have to kill 2 Magos. Or a bubble.
Yeah, you got a bubble and a Mago worked out. Actually forgot to check what time he left before like I was gonna, but I'll check what time they leave here, if I remember. No promises.
A
Is
Link
he gonna get this again?
middle finger room?
No, he didn't.
No, okay. It was a good start, though.
He got that last night, didn't he?
Yep. Link got the flute at 54:30, almost flat, so you can see the time difference when G grabs his.
Assuming they both... Did they both go the flute first? I don't remember who does what. I think most people do flute first. I don't, but...
Yeah, I think pretty much everyone gets it first now. There's no real difference.
Yeah, I don't even, like... It never becomes a problem for me. Usually just get the jar after the key and then use the magic. And get that last jar before, you know, the last elevator at Guma. So many jars in this palace that it's kind of hard to... I mean, you can get trolled pretty hard by Magos, like, throughout the palace, but you do get a lot of refills, so it's nice.
Yeah, and you get magic for as well. There's like
3 or 4
refills, yeah.
Yeah. There's another jar that gets, but in the item room if you want.
Yeah, that's true.
Jump and snag that one.
So flute was 54:30, so G's almost 2 minutes behind now.
Yeah, about 1:55 it looked like.
So he's probably not PB pace anymore.
Yeah, it's hard to say. It's probably like close.
Maybe if he got the echo key, it would be fine.
I'm just gonna compare it to my splits, which really isn't the best way to compare it, but I can kind of gauge off of like how much I know how much time there is to save after P5, like realistically on my splits. So.
Yeah, mine are probably closer to his.
Yeah,
you're too good to compare.
Yeah, my end game was actually really good in the PB.
Let's see.
But everything before that was not.
I left P5 at like 1 hour flat.
That's like what you want if you're going for sub 80. It's right on pace. It's hard to gauge the time from back here, but I want to say he's still on pace for around 1 hour exit. But we'll find out. Here comes Guma for Link. Takes a mace to the face, and another one. He should know. And 58-10 for Link.
Well, and he was just slightly less than 2 minutes behind, so we can place the gem at about an hour flat still.
Yeah, I mean, and to be fair, G's PB is barely sub 80, so like that probably is like if he has a good end game here, he could get a small PB.
Hopefully, he doesn't screw up the leveling like he did yesterday.
Oh yeah, that was heartbreaking. Hopefully he remembers to stop upstabbing when there's Magos. Should use downstab instead. Should be fine though. He's not gonna have an extra life cast for Guma, but as long as he takes it a little bit carefully, he should be fine. He can still take like 3 hits with shield without getting killed. I missed it, but I think Elhad got River Dance.
Yeah, I got it first try, yeah.
Just looked over when he was exiting. So. G having some elevator. Oh, he didn't get the jar yet. I didn't even see that. Okay, so he's good on magic and life.
I didn't know getting off an elevator is something you had to practice, but
yeah, that looked pretty hard. It would have been easier if it was FDS though.
Yeah, that's true.
Link's gonna get a nice favorable pattern here. Make the cave. G takes care of Guma. Casted life, didn't really need it, but he's just to be safe. And yeah, it looks like Link got a nice red jar in Tektite Cave. Skip refilling in town here, saves a few seconds.
That's now or 20 seconds for G.
Okay, yeah, so might be a little out of reach.
Yep. You would need a very good endgame.
Still good pace for him, since he hasn't really played much, to be fair.
Yeah, that's only like his second or third run 2018, so that's pretty good. He's gonna get the level ups here. He could have made it in time, but he didn't want to risk it.
Yeah, better safe than sorry sometimes, if you're not totally sure. It's pretty much the most common place to soft lock for runners of this category. Just usually lines up. Not every run, but just, you know, it's kind of a place where you're always going to get a level up screen right near the edge. Ah, G gets a bad pattern there. If that large encounter had allowed it, he gotten the skip from the other encounter, but
he's just gonna get through it. Doesn't want to try again.
Yeah, it's pretty smart if you miss it like he did by just going into the fence screen, you might as well just walk it. If you miss it by taking an encounter before you get there, it might be worth trying for it again. But if you keep trying for it over and over and keep missing it, it just kind of snowballs on you, so... Alright, Link's finishing up with Hidden Town here. Grabbing the last magic container. He got Spell, he got a key that opens all kinds of doors. And now he's going to go to P6. G really wants to kill these Tektites. He got him. Oh, he gets his jar as well. I think we might see G cast life when he gets to town, though. I'm not sure. His health is kind of low for leaving. Nice pattern there for Link. All the way to the heart with no trouble. Should get into the palace, no trouble. Alright, so Link decides to not kill that guy, so he's probably going to skip killing this guy. We'll see him damage boost. Common strat.
I wasn't sure if people still did that.
I only do it if I don't get that kill on the Doom Knocker, because that's what makes the level up screen pop generally. And if I don't get it there, it's going to pop when I kill the blue Iron Knuckle, and I do not want it to pop when I'm about to jump over that hole.
Does it guarantee you don't need a red jar?
Yep.
Yeah, that's the whole point of the strat.
Yeah, exactly. I try to not do any using jump over any of the 4 tile. Except for the Canadian hole, of course. Unless the run's dead and then I meme it up and ferry the cross and all that junk, you know. It's like Link got hit by a bubble though back there, so
he had to cast jump.
Yeah.
Because he fell down. Well, he didn't have to, but
so as of now, he's gonna hope to get a red jar. If he doesn't get that, it's okay. Grab a blue jar somewhere, probably in the lava room. He still has enough for both required fairies, but he doesn't have enough for the jump cast on Barba, which ideally he will want to have that. And there's the jar. Now he can just cast all kinds of stuff to get out of here. Palace 6 when you're learning the game is a little bit of a struggle because magic is so like you basically can't cast life in here unless you get a red jar, so it's a little bit tricky.
He just cast fire to kill all the Tektites on the way back.
I missed it.
That's actually a pro strat to avoid having the level up pop up like you were talking about earlier.
Oh yeah, yep. He ferried the heart! He's gonna get an encounter. It's like guaranteed. Good job, G. That's why we don't ferry that heart. And you need the magic at 6, but which he naturally does not get.
When he's behind, he always does that. Ferry the heart and ferry the cross.
Yeah, I'm sure he knows what's going on, but yeah, he'll ferry the cross too, and he probably just won't check for the red jar until the way out, I'm guessing.
Yep, probably. I've seen him do that before.
And if he needs to, there's the second red jar, which he will have enough to cast jump to get. Oh, see, that's why I don't damage boost.
Ooh.
It just happened to G. That's happened to me before. I didn't know it could happen the first time it happened.
That's probably because he upstabbed again.
Yeah, I couldn't tell exactly what caused it, but it's just like he hit the knife too far away from the edge, and it just didn't get him to where he needed to go, kinda. The 4-tile jumps, for whatever reason, I mean, they're not like intimidating to me. They're not like pixel perfect or anything. If anyone watching is thinking they're pixel perfect, they're really not. You get a little bit of leeway there. It's kind of like a lot of games have jumps where you got to just be off the edge before you hit the jump button. I feel like a lot of Mario games have stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Not sure how many pixels you have, but it's not that tight.
Oh, and G takes a dip.
Wow, we jumped way too early.
Right into Canada. Yeah, he was saying yesterday he couldn't remember the visual cues.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, that's pretty bad. If you fall on the way back after you have the cross, it's only about 15 seconds. But falling when you're going to the cross is like almost, I want to say 40? Especially with all the hits he's taking right now, that's at least 40.
Well, this room right here and the Doom Knock here he's about to face, just like, yeah, it's no good.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
You don't want to, like, even on the way back, it's just like you take damage and stuff, so.
Oh, yeah, you never want to fall down there for sure, but there's a reason why it's called the Canadian hole, right?
Alright, that should make it. He'll get a little damage help. And now he's not gonna get a. He actually does have. I think he has 4 lives left, right? He only death abused once before, so he just death abuse. I don't know, on this Wizrobe when he leaves this room if he wants or something. Meanwhile, Link is grabbing Thunder and he's gonna be heading towards Valley of Death. Link is still on borderline 76 pace if he has a solid endgame here. I don't remember how last split looks.
Someone in chat is asking why it's called the Canadian hole. I'm not sure if it dates back to the first tournament. I think so. Or just a bunch of Canadian runners all fell down the hole.
Yeah, that's all I know about it.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. I think that was the first year, which is 2015. We had a bunch of Canadian, probably myself included, fell down the hole. And like so far in the tournament, we've had like 8 matches or 7, I think, so far. And GTM is Canadian, and he's the first one to fall down there. So now he's gonna go grab a pea bag. Maybe he thought that was a red jar. I don't know.
2015 in 2018.
I know, right? I know.
I missed it, but did he fall in again on the way back?
Yeah, he did, because he didn't have magic. And
he's down there, okay, yeah.
Then he went and got the pea bag. That's like on the complete right of the room. Maybe he thought that was a red jar.
I think he's just putting on a show at this point.
Yeah, maybe he's just trolling. Maybe he fell down on purpose.
Just cast Reflect to kill Wizroad. What are we talking about here?
Right. Maybe he's gonna skip Thunderbird.
Doing those jumps pretty well though, getting up the he had to do that twice. Getting up the 3-tile high.
Sorry, Link is doing all kinds of cool shit.
Yeah.
We're just talking about GTM being terrible. He got a good jackhammer on Barba. He's getting through VOD like beam strats very efficiently here.
Yeah, Link's no slouch. He's at this point he's the top runner of this game, or of this category at least.
Yeah, for sure.
He's got a few more people in his headlights that he's gonna bob soon.
He's seeing me right now.
Yeah,
and I just threw a fireball in his face. That's pretty good.
He let you live, which is nice, because we're gonna need you for commentating the rest of this. A little bit of a bad spawn. G taking a death.
Wow, that's unfortunate.
So now G is down to the standard 2 lives that you would have at this point in the game in a PB attempt. I think Link's still got all 3 of his. And with the way it's looking right now, he did have to cast life once, but he is actually set up extremely well to not even have to take any death abuses if he plays this properly in GP. Still on 76 pace too, I think. Barely, but it was a really good VOD. I don't think anything really went wrong. I mean, 76 in a race is good stuff. I mean, you don't see that from too many people.
Yeah,
even a 77 for that matter, which is, I mean, if he doesn't get a 76, he's gonna get a 77, I think. No matter
that was a good run so far from him. No major mistakes anywhere.
Yeah, I think looking at the timer and remembering back, yeah, the Reflect Town was kind of the missing the dazzle there was kind of one of the biggest mistakes. But other than that, he definitely lost time in P2, but I don't remember exactly why he lost that much. Other than that, it's been just kind of normal time losses. He did miss Eco Key, but that happens. Fancy beam work again. G's heading towards Barba here.
He's definitely gonna jackhammer now. He's already going full swag with the reflect cast and everything.
He queued up jump though, I'm disappointed. No jumpless. Oh, he didn't even go for it.
Oh, I'm surprised. Got a very glorious jackhammer yesterday. Over,
which I understand. He
oh yeah, you're right.
Play the game any longer than he has to. He is out of there, and he's in good shape to finish the game too, even though he did have a rough P6. Link's having a little trouble on this waffle block here. Good Bikula pattern though. He's out of there.
No attack 9 or G, that's good.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen that yet in the tournament, but it's early.
I don't think so.
I'm sure we'll see it at least once.
Oh yeah, it's usually once per round.
And I don't think we've seen a soft lock yet either, and that I actually see, because that always sucks, but we probably will see it, unfortunately.
Probably, yeah.
It's kind of weird how common something like that is. It's a frame perfect glitch. Okay, I was gonna say Link is in really good shape to not have to death abuse until that room happened. Now he's gonna have to make a decision. And I don't think the decision's that hard if he knows where he is in base, but he can't cast life. He'll just fairy this. He'll take his level on the Mew Bridge. But he might death abuse before that, so we'll see what he chooses to do. He doesn't need to. He could fight T-Bird and Dark Link with whatever amount of health he wants. Slightly bigger time loss if you die to a boss rather than just... Yeah, there we go. He just takes it in the lava. But he still will want the magic level. And...
yeah, there's no reason not to get that magic level there.
Yeah. He is going to come in... It's not 76 pace anymore, unfortunately, but it's going to be a low 77, assuming he doesn't take another death here. See how this T-Bird goes. A little bit of an awkward fireball pattern at the beginning. Dodge that. Not bad. 2.5 cycles, something like that. I don't know how to count T-Bird cycles, so I just guess.
Yeah, it was fast-ish.
You see G using the spell strats in the VOD, which is one of the fastest ways to get through the VOD if you're not going to use Beam. But it does leave you with pretty much no magic entering VOD, or entering GP.
Yeah, I still cast spell on every encounter in VOD, but I have the death abuse always planned.
Yep.
Never tried to skip it.
Oh, and G just turned you into a bot, dude.
I thought it was gonna leave me there, honestly. Just turn me into a bot and then run away from it. That's the worst.
Yeah. Disrespectful. Link, though. 77-16?
It's really good time.
0.98, I want a frame count. Might have split early. No, I'm just kidding. He actually had, I want to say it was like yesterday or the day before, he had a 77-17 in a practice run, so pretty consistent. Yeah, definitely GG. It's going to be good for the win, and it's going to be good for his average going forward. It's a solid race time for sure.
Yep. G getting his Magic 8 before Great Palace.
Yeah, if you do the spell strats, really no reason to wait, I think.
Yep.
Unless you're gonna do what you said and take a death abuse.
Well, even then...
Yeah, I guess even then you just might as well pull it out. Spicy.
Wow, we took like 75 hits there.
I think he turned around to flip off the chicken as he left the screen. Still doing it. I don't know if Link's gonna join us or if he wants to wait till G finishes. We can try to get some people in here for post-race commentary. Okay,
Yo.
there he is. Yo,
Hey,
what's
what's
up?
up?
GG. Not a bad time, if I say so myself.
Yeah, 16, I'll take it.
Yeah, I was just saying you had like a 17 just like yesterday or something, or the day before. 77-17 that I was watching. I think it was yesterday.
I had a 76,
right before we raced.
50 like 2 days ago or something like that.
Yeah, so pretty consistent.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
Yep. Yeah, 77s in races will get you pretty far. For sure. G has been having a little trouble, but I think he's turned it into a show. We're having a little bit of fun here.
How's G's run?
After P5, he was about 2 minutes behind you. But in P6, he fell down the Canadian hole both ways.
Sounds about right. I mean, he's in Vancouver. Never mind the rest of Canada.
It was actually at the Hammer. You guys were somewhat close still. Less than 30 seconds, I think.
He must have had a decent. He must have had a decent DM then. I took that stupid encounter out of P1.
Oh, I missed that. There was we had restream issues right around that time.
Yeah, I was told. Yeah.
But,
so I took an encounter right out of P1. It jukes up, so I'm like, okay, I'll go up, and then it jukes up again. I'm like, well, okay, great.
Oh, you know what? I do remember seeing that now. Yeah, the back of my head, mad.
Because juke, and I'm like, well, that's a great way to start things off. But
I hate when they do that.
Oh, why? I get the P bag in Magic Cave, 6 races, and now I finally actually get an Attack 4 run. So that was
guess what? You're gonna believe me, but GTM got the 50 bag in P1, dude.
Well, I actually asked. It was the only thing I asked about his race. I asked if he got Attack 4 or not, and people said no bag and.
Yeah, he didn't get the cave bag.
And no dark trophy. I said, okay, so he must be resigned to Attack 3 probably, and. Then somebody says no, he has Attack 4. I'm like, oh, okay. Double bags, maybe.
Both Attack 4. Nope. Well, I don't know if he didn't see what his second drop was. It didn't matter at that point. You both got early bag, and he got his 50 on the bot bridge. So, yeah, lucked out.
Sounds familiar.
You had a. I'm looking at your splits. I don't really remember what cost you so much time in P2. Or maybe it was on the way to P2, I guess. But yeah, I do remember the Reflect Town, the little Dazzle early walk, unfortunately, kind of got you in some trouble. Yeah.
I mean, I screwed up pretty good. Whatever, I know J Blue doesn't care.
I mean, it's a good recovery, though. I mean, you didn't make that many. I think the Dazzle was probably the biggest mistake, I want to say.
That was the biggest mistake in the run, no question. My splits, my early game is basically perfect. I don't take an encounter. I take 1/2 encounter on the way to P2, and that's it.
Yeah.
In my PB, so anytime I take an encounter, it's going to be an automatic time loss, basically.
Yeah, it's rough.
Your walk from Reflect Down back to the maze was really good, though. You only got 1 fairy encounter.
Yeah, 1 fairy, which I screwed up. I should have... Well, I mean, maybe I wouldn't have been able to avoid it anyways, but I knew that I should have gone up, and I just decided to chance it and go right.
We thought you maybe took it on purpose.
Yeah, I thought you were just going at it because it's a fairy, and, like... I know you knew you could have tried to go up and around it, too, but the fairy may as well have just come up anyway, so...
I kind of had a moment of thought like that. I'm like, well, maybe I should just go right, and that's kind of where I ended up going with it, hoping the fairy would just go somewhere else, but, you know.
I think it's a little tougher for them to get out of your way when it's a forest spawn like that, and they're like 1 tile away from you, and you just go right at them like that, but that's normally what I would do. Like, entering P2, you know, if you want to get a back spawn and you get a fairy in front of you, I'm just going to go right at that fairy and just hope it gets out of the way, you know what I mean?
P3 was a lot better than I thought it was going to be at the start. I managed to sort of go right up and right in the swamp out of P2. Ended up taking 1 encounter, but it led me all the way, let me free all the way to the tomb. So I'm like, okay, sure. That's why I have that time save in P3 there, 13 seconds or so.
Yeah, it's a big time save. Lost it right back at the death.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Donzo.
I said
God,
it immediately after, like,
I'm talking.
I'm finished.
Okay, sorry.
G.
People want
I'm sitting here 123.41. That's
Yeah,
not
he just
really that.
finished up.
It's not that bad considering.
Yeah, we were saying G's done like 2 or 3 runs, including this one, like this whole year.
Yeah,
so...
in his construction zone.
he's gonna join us. Like,
I hope
yeah,
so.
G snuck into someone's like half-built house apparently to stream from. I think is what Max said, or was that you that said that yesterday?
No, it wasn't me. Somebody said he looks like a squatter. In
Yeah,
a
that was
construction
Press, I
zone.
think.
Who was
that? Was
that?
really good.
Squat. He looks like a squatter who's
The construction site.
Yeah. Just hooked up to like a mobile hotspot or something. Like, what are you doing?
streaming off his cell phone.
He's gonna join Discord on his phone, probably.
G's looking for the rotary phone to dial up.
There he is.
Yo, what's
Wait a
up,
second.
G?
What's up, G?
people talking here.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
So-
here.
See, wait a second. Hold on. Give me a second. It's not coming through my speakers. This is a problem.
Hopefully it doesn't come through your speakers,
This
'cause
is
then
what you
everyone will
get
echo.
from me, man.
G, please.
Just want to say thanks to Jay Blue and Justin and Max.
Yeah, for sure.
Commentary and restream.
How's
Big
that other
deal.
race going, by the way? I know there's another one right now.
Ash.
That one started like a half hour before or after ours.
Yeah, it started right after. Yeah.
I know they had a restream. I don't know if they got a commentary or not.
Gee, are you alive? Are you with us?
G is muted right now. I think he's figuring some stuff out.
Yeah, he doesn't hear us.
Looks like he's putting some headphones on.
Did finish 1 CC.
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Good, because he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna game over. I'm gonna game over." You're not gonna game over.
He went for Eco Key and missed it, but so did you.
Yep. You would have saved 11 minutes.
For sure. Might have been what determined the
Or
entire race.
I'm back. Or you've
What's up,
already
G?
had me the whole time. One of the two.
We had you at the beginning, but then you...
Oh, okay.
Can you hear us?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
Cool.
Okay.
G. Or
G,
G, I
G,
guess,
G.
if you just want
Yeah, I don't know about that. I wouldn't give. What time did you get, Link?
16.
21, 27, 16?
No!
Yeah, that was the time.
G, you won!
Damn! Man, it only took. You know what? The magic trick is you just go into every hole in P6 and you come out with a win. This is what happens.
This is how the official score gets recorded right here.
Absolutely. Yeah, G, that P6 was an adventure of Link, if I've ever seen one.
It was fantastic. I swear that was the worst P6. It was like a first time playthrough. That's what it was right there.
I feel like up until that point, you actually didn't even play that badly. Like, for someone who hasn't really been playing.
I honestly, I played, not to toot my own horn, but that beginning was like probably one of the best beginnings I've had to a game in a long.
Yeah, you guys were
long
close
time.
at the hammer still. I mean, you were definitely on PB pace like halfway through the run. At least, you know. So
On just pace.
yeah, you were kind of not on PB pace for the entire run, but
Oh man, there's just so much. It was like good stuff mixed with a lot of bad stuff. That's kind of what usually happens when you haven't played for a while. So
Forget how to do P1, so I got the fairy.
oh my god, yeah. Link almost took a real early death in P1. I forgot about that.
Yep.
That 50 P bag in P1.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that was good.
Clutch.
Okay, G, so there are two things I want to go over with you. First, in P6, when you fell down the Canadian hole the second time, why did you go right to grab the tea bag?
When I went right, I was like very disgruntled with myself at that point, and I was basically losing my mind.
Okay, yeah, we figured that was just like for show or something. I thought maybe you thought the pea bag was a red jar, but
No. I
Okay.
was just very angry with myself at that point.
Okay,
Like,
second thing is you and I have a bet that I say you're not gonna get a single eco key throughout the whole tournament.
yes.
And so
we got
far
money on
you're
this?
1-0. I mean, I'm 1-0 because what the fuck was that upstab, man?
That was my.
Did
You know what?
upstab the bubble?
Yeah, he jumped and he upstabbed the bubble. That's what he
I'm gonna
did.
say something right now. My controller, it was my controller's fault, man. That's what it was. My
If
controller
G
does
only had a different
it does
controller.
upstabs by itself.
Yeah, no, it's got. I can't even. You upstab like every single time you jump. Unbelievable. Even when you just downstab something, you were up somehow. I don't even understand.
When I was going across the Green Inferno, I had that. Like it went backwards. I didn't mean to go. I wanted to pause, and it just sort of shot. It was like I don't know, man. It was messed up.
Yeah, I think there was one point. I don't remember where it was, but you like right when you were supposed to go down or something.
Yeah, it wasn't good. It wasn't good.
Yeah.
Man, that was terrible. Shit.
I wouldn't say it was terrible.
The walk to Darunia better than I did.
I don't know. Well,
I decided to
sounds like you had a really bad one. So
to go like up early out of the life, and so you get that. It ends up being a forest encounter. So you're like, okay, great. I guess we're doing this.
We thought you were gonna reset the encounter when you did that, and then
I'll just react and do better.
Yeah, I mean, it ended up working out basically the same as resetting it would have, I think, if not better. Because if you reset it and then take an encounter, that's instantly worse. But
okay,
that's what I mean. It's like you've already screwed up once. Why screw up twice?
Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes
resetting it is like
isn't
a lot
necessary.
of time. It's like 7 seconds to reset it. Now that I think of it, you got to go out of the whole life screen, then you got to wait for them to spawn.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then it's like a catastrophic effect, right? So if you don't go back in, then you might get like 5 encounters, whereas that's a guaranteed strat. I don't know. It's tough.
It is a guaranteed strat, but I feel like it would be less guaranteed second try. Like you'd get some weird random walks and stuff.
Yeah.
As long as you take as long as you pause, you'll be fine.
Yeah. Either way, it ended up pretty much working out for your walk. You took the one encounter initially, and then like one more on the way, and it was that. So.
Yeah. It's terrible, man. It's terrible. It's just that I was like, I knew I was playing pretty good up to that point. I was like, damn, I'm feeling pretty good. I've only done 2 full runs in a year. I'm like, I'm doing pretty darn good right now. And I was like, and then all of a sudden it just went to hell. Oh man, just went to total shit. I don't know.
Wasn't watching. I think I'm glad I didn't have your stream up, because if I saw you doing that in P6, Canadian hole both ways. Probably.
How many holes did I fall down? 1, 2, 3 times, right?
Yeah, because you fell in the 4 tile the first time over, and you saved it pretty quickly though. Oh no, you fell in. Yeah, you fell in the infinite.
Yeah, you fell in at the loop.
Yep. Okay, so that's like 4 unintentional hole drops.
Fell down every hole.
Every single one.
Good stuff.
Oh yeah, it was great.
Gee, and then you ferried the heart, which is just hilarious. So
if I could, I would have ferried.
I guess that wasn't and then you ferried. That was before pizza. You know what I mean? Like,
oh man!
As soon as you did that, I was like, he's taking an encounter. It's every time you're gonna get an encounter.
It was close, man. I made it close.
It wasn't even close at all. He was like right in front of your face.
I'm gonna prove that strat is legit. These days, one of these days.
It's legit if you hesitate. I think.
I did. I didn't. I hesitated, but. I don't know.
What's the point of ferrying it if you're gonna hesitate?
Yeah, exactly.
It's a hair. It's a hair hesitation. Come on, guys.
No, I think it's got to be more than a hair. It's got to be like something.
All right. So yeah.
Maybe if you leave at the top of the screen with the fairy, like fly all the way up.
What was I got a 1729 hammer or some shit. That was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was something around that because Link had a 1701.
One.
Yeah, and you were a little less than 30 behind at that point. So
Man, I should win for that right alone. Right there. That's it. Right there. That's the win right there, man.
Win.
Sorry, Link. Sorry, man. I'm sorry to tell you, but I just won. Again.
Again.
All right. All right. So
Are you gonna end up with a PB before the end of this tournament's over?
well, it's got to happen in the next 4 runs because I'm gonna be out in 4, man.
I could see it happening. It could have happened in this race.
G's gonna
Keep
go all the
building
way.
Somehow I always find a way to get to the second round. This is the thing. I don't know why. Somehow, some way.
Well, I mean,
For a finals prediction, Rez versus G.
they would be.
If I last that long, I might be able to beat him. I might get that good by then.
Yeah, you would have to be
Superpowers.
If you got that far, you would have had to. No way you would luckily. Like, oh, everyone game overed that I raced. How did that happen? Everyone's NES accidentally lost power. One sabotaged them.
At least you guys
breaks the electric grid.
Suckers. No, that was good though, G. I mean, you're 0-1 now, Swiss, so you're gonna face someone else who's 0-1 likely.
For sure, shouldn't I? Or no,
well,
it doesn't work that way.
It's 34, so we're gonna have one person who's 0-1. 1-0.
Gotcha.
But I think I assume Max might know this better, but I assume it's gonna be like the highest average 0-1 will play the lowest average 1-0 or something.
That's the thing I'm scared of. I'm not sure if challenge takes in consideration the time, or if he matches people with the initial seeding. But our initial seeding was completely randomized, so like I don't know what's it gonna look like.
Yeah.
Every stage.
We can't. It doesn't let you move stuff around.
It doesn't work on challenge, yeah.
Yeah.
Because I remember the Zelda 1 tournament moved away from challenge because they didn't like the way it was seeding Swiss and they couldn't do anything about it.
Yeah, that's true.
So I guess we'll see after the first round, and if it's trash and we don't like it, we just like screw challenge and we'll do it.
Yeah, that's exactly what Z1 did. First round, we're like, everyone was like, why is it doing this? And then they're like, screw this. Yeah. So
I think that was the issue, is that it was looking at like the initial seeding and not the times that were done in the tournament.
Right. It just assumed people moved straight up.
Yep. Exactly. It's like round 2, world record holder would be against the worst seed of the 1-0s instead of being against the worst time from round 1.
Right.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that works.
Yeah, we'll have to see, because I'm really not sure.
Because if it affects, it's one thing if it affects one race, but if it affects like everybody, makes crap matchups or whatever, then we can fix that with just doing it manually, I think.
Yeah, we're just gonna rig it like we did first round.
Magic.
Yeah, those names in the hat were so rigged.
All right, man. I'm gonna head out. I just want to thank you, Max and Just, for doing the commentary, and Jay Blue for restreaming it, man. It's good stuff.
Yeah, good race.
Fun.
Yeah, thanks for the race, G.
Yeah, man. Thanks. Thanks, Elhad. It was rough, man. It was rough.
Good luck. Good luck going.
Yeah, you too, man. You're doing good, man. So 117 is a legit race time, man. Like, it's gonna be hard to beat 117. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, people aren't just pulling them out, So, all right, man. I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks again.
Ciao, G. Take it easy.
See ya.
So Justin, I expect at some point that we'll probably end up meeting in the tournament, and neither one of us are going to get 77s then. Yeah,
it'll be 84 City. 84s for life, dude.
Always.
When me and Elhot race, it's basically like we try to just like see who can lose the worst. We just
can
like
shit out the
try
worst
to
run.
just get like I'll lose 2 minutes somewhere and he'll be